Hello everyone and welcome to my Capstone presentation. My name is Courtney Enos and for my Capstone I completed a program development plan for incarcerated women with substance use disorders. The name of the program is Exploring Meaning and Purpose in Occupations Among Women in Reform, or the Empower program. My site mentor is Tracy Plauk and my faculty mentor is Dr. Maloney. The United States has one of the highest incarceration rates in the world. There are approximately 2.3 million individuals currently incarcerated in U.S. state, federal, and local correctional facilities. Each year, nearly 700,000 of these individuals are released to return to their communities, presenting significant challenges as these individuals try to navigate the transition and reestablish roles as employees, parents, and community members. Reentry services are critical to preparing offenders for community living. However, recidivism rates remain high. Recidivism refers to an individual's return to criminal activity, resulting in rearrest, reconviction, and/or reincarceration. In addition to the challenge of a major transition, there are also high rates of substance abuse among incarcerated individuals, further complicating this transition process as they also learn to navigate substance-free living. Over 50% of incarcerated individuals are found to have substance use disorders, and drug offenses and drug-related offenses account for a significant portion of incarcerations. Furthermore, substance use issues contribute highly to an individual's likelihood of recidivating. Many times, broken sobriety is the cause of rearrest and/or reincarceration. Incarceration rates of women have spiked significantly in the last 30 years, and this is largely due to changing policies regarding drug offenses, with women being far more likely to be incarcerated for a drug offense or drug-related offense. Research indicates unique needs, challenges, and considerations for women offenders, as they are more likely to be primary caretakers of minor children, more likely to have substance use disorders and mental health concerns, and far more likely to have histories of trauma. Despite the unique needs of this population, corrections programs and addiction treatment services for women are less comprehensive and less accessible when compared to facilities that serve men. Incarceration and substance abuse have significant implications regarding occupational engagement and performance. Incarceration results in several occupational challenges, including occupational imbalance, occupational deprivation, and occupational alienation, all of which lead to diminished capacities, decreased self-efficacy, and a reduced sense of identity. The occupational perspective of substance use acknowledges the use of substances as meaningful and purposeful engagements for individuals who have become addicted, as the individual's time use often revolves around using or obtaining the substance. This significantly impedes establishment of effective habits and routines, encourages maladaptive coping strategies, and diminishes overall engagement in and performance of other healthy, productive occupations. The site of the program is the Hawking Recovery Campus, which is a women's community-based correctional facility in Nelsonville, Ohio. A community-based correctional facility, or a CBCF, is a minimum security correctional facility for nonviolent offenders with misdemeanor and/or low-level felony charges. These facilities typically serve individuals who have been charged with a drug offense or drug-related offense. At these facilities, individuals engage in treatment and programming designed to promote pro-social behaviors, address chemical dependency, and assist with reentry. CBCFs can serve as a transition from or an alternative to prison or jail. The Hawking Recovery Campus has partnered with the Star Community Justice Center, which is a community-based correctional facility with several locations in Southeast Ohio. The Star Justice Community Center is responsible for running and operating programming at the Hawking Recovery Campus. For those of you who are not familiar with Southeast Ohio, it is depicted in green on this map. Nelsonville is located just outside of Athens, Ohio, and Southeast Ohio is a very rural area and also comprises a large portion of Ohio's Appalachian region as well. The picture in the upper left-hand corner of the screen is Star Community Justice Center's main campus located in Scioto County, right on the border of Kentucky. The picture in the upper right-hand corner of the screen is one of Star's branch campuses located in Nelsonville, Ohio, and the picture at the bottom of the screen is the site of the Hawking Recovery Campus. The establishment of the Hawking Recovery Campus is part of an ongoing grant-funded project, and the site was actually delayed in opening and beginning its operations as a result. Due to this delay, I conducted a needs assessment at several community sites that serve the population, or that will be involved with implementing services at the Hawking Recovery Campus. I conducted 13 semi-structured interviews with corrections, reentry, and addiction service providers, as well as several individuals from partner organizations involved with the Hawking Recovery Campus. Several examples of interviewees are on the slide and include individuals such as the reentry coordinator for Athens County, program directors at Rural Women's Recovery Program, and managing and programming directors at Star Community Justice Centers. The most commonly described areas of need by service providers included vocational skills training and vocational services, independent living skills, family services and parenting classes, and services to address trauma. Several women in recovery who had just been released from Star Community Justice Center were also interviewed as part of my needs assessment. The women emphasized the need for more hands-on activities that allow them to practice and apply skills. They also expressed a desire for more therapeutic activities to assist them in the beginning stages of their recovery. Observations of programs and services were also essential in determining programming and client needs. I completed observations at several sites, including women's treatment and recovery facilities and women's sober living homes, both of which serve previously incarcerated women, many of whom came from Star Community Justice Center or other community-based correctional facilities. Observations revealed an overall lack of meaningful engagement, as programs are primarily education and workbook-based. The goal of the Empower program is to empower justice-involved women with substance use disorders by developing and enhancing independent living and life skills needed for successful reentry and addiction recovery. In general, the program objectives address competency and independent living skills, increase self-efficacy levels, creation of personal reentry and recovery goals, establishment of healthy coping skills, and development of supportive connections. Full program objectives can be reviewed in the attachments. So the Empower program is a two-part program that addresses both independent living skills and life skills. First, I'll discuss the independent living skills portion. This part of the program seeks to increase women's sense of independence and self-efficacy regarding their ability to provide for themselves and their children and families. The Independent Living Skills programming consists of 5 modules, each focused on a different area of independent living. All modules have 4 sessions, and each session addresses a different skill related to the module's topic. Several examples of activities and handouts from each module can be found in the attached documents. Several guiding models of practice are used in the Empower program. The behavior acquisition and cognitive behavioral models are approaches used by Star Community Justice Center and therefore have been included in this program as well. Participants will receive rewards and punishments just as they would in any other program at the facility. Cognitive behavioral approaches are used to bring awareness to the individual's thinking and behavior patterns, especially as they relate to occupations. This is then used to help facilitate appropriate and successful engagement in activities. The role acquisition model is used to promote skill building and help women re-identify and reconnect with healthy, productive, and meaningful roles. Role-playing scenarios are utilized throughout the program to apply skills and facilitate role adaptation. Relational theory is a gender-specific theory used in the development of women's services. This theory suggests that the development and success of women is driven largely by the connections and relationships they form with others. It posits that connection is a primary motivator for women throughout the lifespan and contributes to a woman's identity and self-worth. This theory emphasizes women's empowerment. Using this model in the Empower program will help to address women-specific issues in a gender-respective manner. Relational theory is used in this program to develop group occupations that promote supportive connections among the participants and that connect the women with their communities. The first module is time use and time management, which focuses on skills to build structure and organization and establish healthy routines. In this module, participants learn and practice skills related to building and following a schedule in the context of community living. Women learn how to navigate and balance their legal obligations, their recovery needs, their childcare needs, and their work obligations. This module does a lot with healthy time use as well, because in the past, many of the women's time has revolved around using or obtaining substances. Module 2 is budgeting and money management, which aims to build skills to support women's financial independence. This module addresses financial literacy, such as reading and paying bills, and also addresses expense tracking and budgeting, as well as strategies to help save money and spend wisely in the context of community living. This is an example of a savings activity I created for this module. The women have to estimate their monthly expenses, calculate a monthly income based on a simulated job and hourly wage, and then they have to develop a small, realistic, short-term saving plan. Module 3 is employability, which focuses on building skills to help women obtain and maintain employment. Role-playing is utilized throughout this module, and sessions are designed to build off of one another in order to simulate the employment process as realistically as possible. In this module, women explore job skills, identify employment interests and possibilities, search for job opportunities in their county, locate and complete a corresponding job application, and then they will engage in a mock interview with the occupational therapist as if they are interviewing for the job that they completed the application for. Module 4 is cooking and nutrition, which focuses on skills for selecting and preparing healthy meals. Women will learn to read and interpret food labels, learn how to choose healthy food items, and practice putting together healthy, balanced meals while sticking to a budget. Simulations, such as simulated grocery shopping, are used in this module, and in the final session, participants work together to create a community cookbook that can be used as a resource for them following their release. Finally, Module 5 is motherhood and relationships. This module aims to improve women's skills and self-efficacy related to parenting and engaging in healthy family relationships and healthy romantic relationships. Role-playing is utilized heavily in this module, and participants will practice things like effective communication with children, effective and appropriate discipline, effective methods for successful co-parenting, and healthy relationship characteristics and skills. This module is particularly important for women because their roles as mothers greatly contributes to their motivation to stay clean and refrain from criminal activity. The second part of the program is Women's Wellness Weekends, which are life skills groups that will occur once every weekend over the course of programming. The life skills portion is wellness-based and is meant to facilitate women's recovery through group occupations that build self-esteem, promote healthy coping, and connect the women with each other and the community. In this portion of the program, women will engage in things like journaling groups, sober leisure activities, community service activities, and wellness groups aimed at improving physical, social, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Women's Wellness Weekends are designed to address occupational deprivation and occupational alienation. Session activities, homework assignments, and role-playing scenarios will all be utilized as ongoing evaluation methods to assess and track participants' progress. In addition, several methods will be used to evaluate the program outcomes, including the final assignment of the program, which is the creation of a personal portfolio that is meant to guide participants' reentry and recovery following their release. I've also developed a self-efficacy questionnaire that will be used in part to evaluate the program outcomes. The questionnaire can be found in the attached documents, but generally, participants are asked to rate their self-efficacy regarding various independent living and life skills addressed throughout the program. Finally, a final program evaluation survey will be given to participants to provide feedback about the program's content and overall effectiveness. So in conclusion, as kind of a wrap-up, this program is meant to serve as kind of an acute care service of the reentry and recovery process. So these skills will continue to be worked on following their release, and these individuals will continue to receive services. However, this program is meant to initiate the steps to reentry and recovery, to motivate women to continue their recovery journey, and to help them to begin to identify and fulfill new roles, all through the use of occupation. So this program is really looking to provide those initial skills needed to sustain behavioral changes that they've made, facilitate their successful community living, and to improve and promote women's independence. These are my references. I would like to thank my site mentor, Tracy Plauk, for all her help, knowledge, and support through the development of this project. I would also like to thank Ms. Cindy Hacker and all the staff at the Star Community Justice Center for being so welcoming. Dr. Maloney, I cannot thank you enough for all your guidance, reassurance, and support throughout my time as an OTD student, but especially this semester. I would also like to thank all of the OTD faculty for their continued guidance and support. And of course, the wonderful class of 2020. Thank you all, and I cannot wait to see what great things you accomplish in the years to come. Thank you all for listening, and I look forward to answering questions during the Collaborate Q&A session.